Okay, so another Agiloft admin video. We're going to see how to change a template that controls workflow assignments. Um, we have just been told that Lasikia will no longer be doing review of our contracts, and she asked that we change all the future ones we need to Jeremy Brown. Now, I've gone through the process of reassigning some of the ones that have already been assigned to her, and that's done at the contract level within the approval step. However, I want to address now what happens for future ones that have yet to be generated. So we're going to go to the template and the workflows. And to do that, we're going to, on the contract management submenu, go to setup. And to start with, we're going to go to approval workflows, but we're also going to look at the templates. But let's begin by just clicking the workflows. And here you see that in the status line, if we come down to there, everything below step, or I should say ID 16, is inactive. So I'm going to concentrate my efforts on the active ones. And I just know from experience that ID 31, the KHA standard contract workflow, uh, has a step that goes to Lasikia. You see that step 2.1 to Lasikia. Now I could change this by opening up this step and making the change there. But notice that the approver is associated with the approval team. So I'm going to try something a little different. What I'm going to attempt is to make the change on the KHA OGC team and let that flow over to these workflows. So we've got this one to confirm if that works or not, ID 31 for the standard contract workflow, and then KHA initial source event workflow 22 also mentions or shows Lasikia right there in step 5. Now, those are the only two that do use the step for Lasikia. So we'll check these after we make our change to the template. I'm going to approval templates now. And we're going to go down to the one for OGC, if I can find it. There it is, KHA OGC team, Lasikia Hodges. So I'm going to open this up. This is actually the template that the workflow uses. You see it has some conditional logic in there. And, and I'm going to go down and just make the change to Jeremy Brown here and save it. Now let's see if, and you see that saved it, that worked. Let's see if that impacted the workflows. So we'll go back to the workflows and let's take a look at 31. And it did. So there you see Jeremy Brown, it was Lasikia. Okay, that's the first one. Let's check ID 22. And we'll go down, and it did not come over to this one. That's so interesting. Wonder why. KHA OGC team. And I'm going to cancel that and go back into it again. Something may be going on with this one that's a little different. So it looks like I'm going to have to change this one manually. So I'm going to click that and go right there and make that change, save it. You see it there as well. Then I'll click save. Now then, I'm just going to go back in and make sure that it retained that change. And there we see Jeremy Brown. And I'm going back up to this one and make sure it retains the change that came through from the template, Jeremy Brown. So I don't know exactly why one worked and one didn't. We'll find out later. But anyway, that's actually nice because you see now how to do it either way, either from the setup approval template or directly on the workflow itself. Now, any new contracts or single source requests or procurement memos that may have that uses this workflow or that workflow. Well, now I go to Jeremy Brown instead of Lasikia. So that's all there is to the workflow change reassignments. Hope that helps. Thanks.